Welcome back to the channel. Today it's another 2025 M235 X-Drive Gran Coupe or Gran Coupe. This is the F74 chassis. We're starting to see our first non-HEA models arrive. This is the very lovely Thundernight Metallic, first debuted on the 2 Series Coupe. And it's also available on the Z4. I think also has an individual color on some models. So this one is pretty well equipped, but doesn't have a couple of things, and we'll discuss that as we go around this vehicle. Speeding up front, these are the standard headlights, so not skyline lights. You see dual headlight design, plus these little slats for the daytime running lights. Moving to the grille, I think this is sort of like the weaker point of the car because it's really low down, it's pushed down from the hood line. So we can see double stack kitty grills in the horizontal orientation. We have M badging in there as well. The parking assistance camera there, which means it has at least the technology package. There's a sensor here that could be Driving Assistance Plus or ACC Stop and Go, or Driving Assistance Pro. This one has the Pro package. However, it does not have Highway Assistant. So basically none of the cars outside of the 5 Series and roughly above have that Highway Assistant, despite being on newer platforms. Over on the side, with style 977Ms. They are bicolor. We also have the blue M Sport calipers. You can opt for M compound brakes, part of the M Performance package, or M Sport Pro, I think, is also another option. We'll get to the same sort of thing. Take a step back. Take in Thundernight Metallic. And for me, I think the side profile is actually a pretty good looking car for the 2 Series Gran Coupe. I think it's a lot better than the OG version of the 2 Series Gran Coupe. You have extended skyline trim, you can see that around the windows, as well as the gurney flap back here in high gloss black. We've got M235 badging with the M2 being emphasized there in terms of font size. Taillights, reminiscent of what you find on the new X2. Then down below, of course, now we have quad exhaust, part of that M Light or M Performance model lineup. So getting a lot of things that used to be exclusive to BMW M, or in other words, full-blown M models. See the black roof up there. Either a premium package or a standalone option. This one's a standalone option. Here's Thundernight Metallic paint out of direct sunlight, so a darker shade of purple on this side. I think someone in the comments on the first 2 Series Gran Coupe that we got, so this is kind of like a frog look at the front end. Now I can't unsee it. Those M-style mirror caps, more of that black roof. So opening up, we have the Oyster Vaganza interior. Again, all the interior upholsteries, at least in the US market, are standard on the vehicle, in other words, included in the price. All right, so door card, hardish plastic up here, Vaganza here with some contrasting stitching, carbon card and sound system. Lower portion of the door card is hard plastic, of course. All right, so here are the standard seats. So if you want to get they're called the M Sport seats, but basically sort of like a bucket seat, you're limited to 2 upholsteries. So that is either the black Alcantara and Vaganza, or the red and black Vaganza. So you opt for Oyster, which I think is a very nice contrasting look against Thundernight Metallic. You're stuck, if you want to think of it that way, with these seats. But that said, they're pretty well bolstered and comfortable with a lot of nice details with contrasting stitching and quilting. Down below, this one does have lumbar support and side bolster adjustment. So up and down is side bolster, left and right is the lumbar support. Also has a manually powered crumb catcher. We have M badging on the door sill. All right, so on the inside, your M Sport steering wheel. You can tell it's a legacy thing because it is round. We do have M badging plus M stitching. Controls over here for assisted driving and cruise control. You have shift paddles here. light controls, like on the X3 or on the turn stock. We have a red stripe at 12 o'clock. In front of me, iDrive 9 live cockpit. See a head-up display, part of that technology package. We also have that curved display here. But we also have what feels like Vaganza up here, plus M striping. The trim here is the M illuminated aluminum hexacube trim, which lights up N colors here. You notice in the center dashboard area, there's no buttons, so all the buttons to control things are down in the center console area. You have wireless charging, standard, and cup holders and USB-C charging ports. We've got drive selector nub, wheel for the volume, no iDrive controller or iDrive knob, hazard button, defrost here, and other buttons are very familiar to you guys. You'll also notice the lack of the auto hold button. The idea is you only press that once, so it's now a part of the menu. All right, starting price, the 2025 M235 xDrive Gran Coupe is $49,500. Thundernight Metallic adds another $650. All the interior upholsteries are included. Driving Assistance Pro for $1,700. Tech package for another $1,500. So those 19-inch wheels add another $600. Heated steering wheel, a separate option, not part of any package, is $200. Black roof can be had as part of the premium package, which this one does not have, or a standalone option for $300. Universal garage door opener for $200. Active front seats with lumbar support for $450. And then extended shellline trim for $300. All told, MSRP of this particular example, $56,575. All right, so the premium package also includes a moonroof. This one does not have it, just has a black roof here. So we have a slick top M235, which I believe you could have gotten on the previous generation as well. All right, so rear doors, no comfort access because this one does have ultra wideband. Here's the rest of that Oyster Vaganza interior. Again, slick top, so no moonroof. All right, and here's a view of the cockpit from the back seat. And out back, you just have vents and USB-C charging ports, so no climate control zone in the rear. Knee room, leg room, I think is decent, but headroom can be an issue in the back of the 2 Series Gran Coupe. So my head's hitting that headliner, so I'm about 5'11", so take that information and do with it as you please. All right, so moving to the back, there is kick to open. However, the sensor is moved this way towards the passenger side, so if you're used to kicking up the roundel, it's not going to work. There it pops up. And here is your cargo area. You can also fold down those rear seats for even more room, like most cars that BMW makes. Down below, you do have a little extra storage space for hiding things. Again, tailgate is not powered. All right, so we're making our way to the front and pop the hood. So the car does come standard with adaptive M suspension. However, I couldn't find any settings where you can change the damping on the car. It's also standard on the 228 Gran Coupe. And all these new F74s are M Sport by default. And of course, this one is anyway, because it's the M235. All right, so underneath the hood here is the V48 inline-4 2-liter turbo engine. It is not mild hybrid. So 312 horsepower and 295 torques. So plenty of power if you are so inclined to get an M235. And you probably see a lot of these at the loader department. That's it. We'll see you at the next video.